Have you ever spent $250 on a video game? Well, 4 years ago, I did. And it seems like we're getting closer and closer to an actual product. Now, if you're curious if it was worth it, or $250 in 2022, as shown on screen, short answer's no. Now, I've tried to log on and play here and there over the years, having access to the Alpha 2, but every attempt the game has been in a rather unplayable state. Now, to preface, it's still rough. When they say early access, they mean it. And would I recommend it on Steam at its current $40 box price? Only if you're used to early access games, you have a clear understanding that this game isn't finished, and it's a ways away from being finished. I've played a couple of classes at the early stages, and being frustrated by some downtime and performance issue, I haven't really chased any of the in-game goals, but instead just sort of wandered around, crafted a little, gathered some, and just gained some of the basics of what the game currently has to offer early on. Before we continue, I'd like to make sure you guys are aware that I'm running a 3060, but in my honest opinion, this should be an acceptable graphics card, with the recommended specs being only a 3070 and the minimum being a 1070. So as you can see, my graphics are a little fuzzy, and I have to play with DLSS on FrameGen, or it will not work. It'll crash, or it's too slow. It's poorly optimized. The optimizations are desperately needed. Now, I do have a lot of complaints, many, but I do submit bugs and feedback suggestions. Recently, we were given a survey via the emails, and I filled that out very extensively because I do want this game to succeed. Of course, I spent the $250, so I'm not really interested in seeing this fail. So I won't be hyper negative here unless I need to vent later on, and instead I just really want to focus on what I've enjoyed so far. So far I've played 3 classes: Fighter, Tank, and Rogue. I'm a PvPer at heart, and I come from a game called Mortal Online 2 for like the last 2.5, 3 years. So the idea of full loot PvP has always been an adrenaline rush for me. I also played Albion for many years and shot called from ZBC stuff. This is a game that is right up my alley. With that said, what seems best for me and my playstyle currently is going to be the Rogue. So while I'm progressing a bit in the other 2 classes, I have recently decided to catch up the Rogue and will be prioritizing that in its growth. So any future videos you should see from me were probably going to be from a Rogue's perspective, and it will begin to lean heavily into PvP elements so long as the game continues to keep my attention. Now, after discovering my main and my goals to keep in mind and coming to terms with the state of the game, I will be pushing this Rogue, joining a guild, hopefully hitting level 5 and engaging in some cool battles. Ultimately, the goal would be to participate in like a siege or a castle war and really find ways to utilize a Rogue in large scale. So next week, hopefully I have some more updates for you guys, so long as the game remains in a reasonably playable state. I'd like to rack up a few solo kills, maybe check out the bandit lifestyle to understand the combat system in PvP a little bit more, and ultimately learn whether or not the friction turns into depth or fatigue. I'm extremely patient with this game's development. I'm not even playing it every day to avoid personal frustrations and burnout, but at some point I truly feel that the payoff is going to be worth it. I love the class identities so far. I love I love that the best leveling experience is with others, really leaning into the MMO tag or the MMO element. So with all of that said, I think right now is a good place to end the video and just kind of let you know that if you have any questions about the systems or the game itself, or if you just want me to prioritize a topic in the next video, feel free to ask in the comments. I also am very interested in feedback for this channel. It's absolutely encouraged and desired, whether it's music, visuals, or even just the sound of my voice. Please just let me know what I could do to improve the channel as we grow this. I've got the patience for this, and the question is whether or not the game deserves that patience. So that's going to be it for me. Till next time, wings up, let's fly.